Nick Graham, CEO of Nick Graham, which is a clothing line which happens to have my name on it. I also was the founder of Joe Boxer. I was the chief underpant officer of Joe Boxer.
If you had to give an aspiring fashion designer who's coming to New York, going to one of the schools, one good piece of advice of what to do to be successful, what would it be?
You know, I think something to do is just do one thing really well. Don't try and do a collection. That's my thing. Like, underwear was easy. Just one style, threw a lot of pattern and graphic all over it, you know, or just do a sweater. And when you get complicated and it's expensive.
So I was at your Mission to Mars fashion show.
Right.
And for me, what was amazing, because I've been to a lot of these shows, and you know, a lot of people are trying to do cool things, like they'll have some rapper come out that's famous, but you had Bill Nye the Science Guy as the host.
Right.
And then you had a surprise model at the very end. And how do you find, you know, like most people would be like, how do they find Bill Nye the Science Guy, let alone to say, come and do a fashion show?
Well, I should have, I mean, Bill and I were destined to meet probably 20 years ago, but we never did.
Yeah.
But he's, as you know, has an obsession for bow ties.
Yeah.
So I met him at a science conference about 5 years ago, and I just went up to him and I said, Bill, it's time we talked.
Yeah.
And he's great. I mean, Bill Nye is one of those influential, smart, compassionate people. And so I wanted to do the show, and I said, I want you to model. So what we did is we did a 360-degree projection from the Hayden Planetarium of flying to Mars. So we, you know, projected and basically flew the whole room, and he narrated the flight from Earth to Mars.
Yeah, we landed on Mars. We left
on Mars.
Earth, and you watch the Earth go away, and then suddenly this planet's coming toward you, and you land, and then the models come out.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
It was pretty badass.
That was a badass fashion show. I have to say, that was badass.
And then, of course, you know, at the end, I had Buzz Aldrin come out.
Yeah.
It was 88.
Yeah.
And modeled, and, you know.
And he loved
it. He
loved it.
Oh,
yes.
my God. He's still a good friend. I talk to him all the time. Yeah, you know, florals actually sell really well to men. Guys, they do. They sell really well. We sell them all across America, which is, I'm impressed. I mean, guys are getting a lot more, as you say, adventurous or open to suggestion in terms of what they wear, which is perfect because we're making it happen. This is a parrot with headphones on, so it's not like it's like in your face, but it's like, oh. So, you know, I call it mullet designing, which is, it's a business in the front and party in the back. I love fabric, I love texture, I love ideas, I love visualizing things, I love making people react emotionally to things, you know, that they otherwise wouldn't react emotionally to. I'm Nick Graham. I get to do what I love every day, and so can you.